before we get started with Coach, just a few notables, especially for the photographers and folks. Caden Beltcamp had his second career 1,000-yard rushing or 1,000-yard passing game tonight.
Wait, what?
Caden, it was his 3,000 yards.
Oh, 3,000. You said
sorry
1,000.
Sorry about that. He's had two of those, and we'll continue to build on it. Easton Messer is the first non-quarterback to have rushing, passing, and receiving touchdown in a single season. Beltcamp moved to third all-time single season in passing yards. Tonight he set records for both attempts and completions. Of course, Dom Henry had a career-long reception. Leon Hart surpassed 100 career tackles, and this is the first time in program history that we had 3 receivers with over 100 yards in a game. With that, Coach, you asked players to come out swinging all year long, and they did that today. If you could just have a little comments about their play throughout the game and the ups and downs.
Yeah, a couple things before I jump into that. I want to start out with just, I want to send my condolences to Coach Mortensen and UAB. Clearly I heard about that right before our kickoff. Don't know any of the details, but just want to send my thoughts and prayers to them and their community, their football program, everything else. And also, I did want to say congratulations to you, Katrina, on your 300th game. I love working with you every day. You're fantastic to work with. So just what a awesome deal for you. 300 games is fantastic. But yeah, man, I love this football team so much, and our guys. And, we battled, and unfortunately for us, that win-loss column is not what we wanted. But we talked about swinging all week and coming out and hitting first, and I thought we did. I thought we played really well. First quarter wasn't great. Just some miscues, some lax execution right there. But more than ever this year, we battled through that adversity, and man, I thought we just came out and did some really good stuff. Down 10 at halftime, came in, had an unbelievable third quarter. Probably the best third quarter we've had all year long, and again, I think that just shows progress and the fight and all those things that our team has. And what we're really trying to build here, the culture that we have in this locker room, I think is something special.
Questions?
Obviously, the ending of this one didn't go as planned, but you kind of mentioned that there. Is this kind of a game you feel like maybe you can look back on in a couple of years when you have built what you wanted and realized what you overcome with this?
Yeah, I think these games show a lot about who you are, your character as a football program, and again, what I love about it, and I've been in a lot of these games before, and I've been in some that are the other way too, with the score being lopsided where you're not scoring a lot of points. But man, just the energy by both sides of the ball when we weren't on the field. So, we had the big play to Dom on the 4th and 1 backed up in our own 10-yard line, and just the energy on our sideline from the defensive players, how excited they were for our football team. It was kind of like one of those, oh my gosh moments. Like we just went for it on 4th and 1 to -10. And we got it, and just their energy for each other, I think, tells a lot about this. And I definitely think that's something that you look back on, and it's always going to sting when you think back to this one. But it's also, there's some positives to that, because again, I felt like we showed a lot of grit, determination. We battled the adversity that we've been battling all year. But man, we've done it all year, but this game more than ever, we just kept coming.
Coach, I want to circle back to that fourth down play on the 10. Was that something where you're kind of like, we have everything to gain and nothing to lose, we might as well try? Like, what went into that play call?
Yeah, I've said it since I got the job. I'm going to be aggressive, you know what I mean? And it's not always going to be perfect, for sure. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But we do, man, and I've said it too. And I don't live and die by it, but the analytics at that point where we're at in the game said that's a go. And they don't play a lot of man coverage, and so we caught them in man coverage. We got a good play call on, and that play really starts with Easton Messer. We kind of ran a rub kind of type concept. Unbelievable job by Easton. Like, he's the hero on that play, really. Because Dom Henry's wide open, Caden Beltcamp puts it 1 foot in front of the numbers, like I said, the jersey, and we're off to the races. Dom Henry can roll. So again, want to be aggressive, and they don't play a lot of man coverage. That's not their deal. And so when I caught them in man coverage, I felt good about that call.
Defensively, it was not a great night, and for one stop, make one play and you win the game. But that's, as we talked earlier in the week, that's sometimes a hurdle that teams have to learn how to win in that type of situation.
Yeah, no doubt. Again, man, we were in some really good calls at times. I felt like we got to tackle. You know, that's where I'm the most disappointed, is the tackling. I mean, this is one of the best offenses we were going to face all year. I knew that coming in. Probably the best offensive line we've faced all year. They're a veteran group. They got a lot of guys that played a lot of football together. That quarterback's an absolute stud, man. Doesn't turn the football over. Plays really well. Their running backs, they got 2 of them that can go. We knew it was going to be tough sledding on the defensive side of the ball a little bit. Now, you know, hopefully, we was hoping we wouldn't give up 48 points clearly, but we got to tackle. You know, that's the biggest thing. I think we watch this game. We're going to find ourselves in some really good situations. We got to get the ball down. We got to tackle. We got to wrap up. And you know, it's hard to tackle a lot right now in practice where you're at in the season. But again, we'll looking towards next year. That's got to be a huge point of emphasis. We got to tackle a lot in spring and fall camp.
And with, you know, no timeouts and 25 seconds left, the fact that you even got in position to try a field goal was testament to how the offense performed tonight.
Yeah, went to kind of 2 of our bread and butter plays there, and again, O-line gave us time. Receivers ran their routes the right way. We connected on the play. Again, so kudos to all those guys. Again, those 11 that were rolling right there for those 2 plays, man. Just high level execution right there by us, and proud to see that. You know, we work 2-minute drill every Wednesday, and we've done a really good job at that. And I think that's something that we practice so much that our guys kind of come into it and we're ready to go. So, yeah, proud of that effort to get down there and give us the opportunity to kick the field goal.
Coach, specialists, they have the weight of the world on their shoulders at all times when literally one play is all they need in order to change the outcome of the game. Did you have any message to Garrison after things were all said and done, being able to pull him aside?
Yeah, 100%. I pulled him. I went, you know, as soon as I talked to Coach Mora, congratulated him after the game, and their defensive coordinator is a good friend of mine, Matt Brock. Went and talked to him. I beeline straight to Garrison. I love that kid to death, man. He has been unbelievable for what we're building here. He is that kind of guy. And he's been nails for us all year. He's nails for us Tuesday and Wednesday in practice. And I gave him the biggest hug. I told him I love him. And I said, hey, this ain't on you, man. You know, that's what I always, you know, it's always interesting that, you know, field goal kickers get such a bad rap because they're supposed to make it, right? No matter what, supposed to make it. But you can look at every other play and it can be the same thing. The quarterback's supposed to make that throw, you know. But when the stakes are where they're at and you don't make it, you know, it's tough on those guys. But at the end of the day, I told the team in the locker room that we didn't lose that game because of Garrison. You know, we had a ton of plays out there that we can't have. That we gotta put ourselves not in that situation to have to go get 50+ yards in 20 seconds to kick a field goal late. We gotta be better than that. So it's on everybody, on me, and we gotta get better. But definitely not on Garrison. He's a fantastic young man. Like I said, he'll come to work this week ready to go. He's that kind of high caliber kid.
And last one, Scott.
Coach, first of all, I want to congratulate you for number one. I've never seen in my 4.5 decades a team amass 687 total yards, the quarterback at 494 yards, come one play short. So to me, that's an incredible thing to you as a coach at all. With that said, I know bowl eligibility is 6 wins, but they do tend to go 5 at times. Do you think that this is something that you'll be able to that there's a distinct possibility you could get into a bowl game knowing that you are an exciting team to watch, even though they'll have to go through the 16 to get down to the 5?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough. I mean, you know, depending on how many teams are eligible, they do take some 5 and 7 teams. You know, unless they change the rule, I believe that goes on academic progress rate. So we'll see what that looks like. You know, but ultimately we got to put ourselves in a better situation and not try to pray for a bowl game going 5 and 7. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, too, we're 4 and 7 right now. We got the Pirates coming to town next week. We got ready to win that game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.